Welcome to my summer TBR. I'm so glad that you clicked on this video because I want to tell you about the books that I'm planning on reading this summer. I hope that this is something that you would like to hear and maybe get some inspiration about the books that you could be reading as well. If things have gone as planned, you can already see what I read in spring. I'm a slow reader and I think that spring was a successful reading season for me, although I didn't read what I had planned, but that's okay because we can just move some of the books that I didn't read the previous season to this one, and this is exactly what I'm going to do. So there are two books that I really want to transfer to this TBR and hopefully, fingers crossed, read them in summer. The first one is Dracula by Bram Stoker. I think everybody knows what this is about. It's a classic, it is horror, and we follow a group of humans who are trying to bring down Dracula, a very old vampire. Well, I have a whole story about this book. I can click the video up there and learn all about it. But there is a new show, I think it's called Demeter or something like that, and it focuses on the ship scenes based on this book, so I really want to watch that. But first, I need to read the original. Hopefully I'll do it this summer. And the second book that I didn't get to read in spring, and I hope that I will read it in summer, is The Parisian by Isabella Hamad. This book is the story of Midhat, who leaves Palestine in 1914 to study medicine in France, and he falls in love with his teacher's daughter, but things don't go that well for him. In this book we see not only Midhat's personal struggles, but we also get to learn about the Palestinian fight for independence while dealing with the looming shadow of the Second World War. I'm really excited about this book. The author is British Palestinian, and this is her debut novel. And another book by a Palestinian author that I'm really excited to get to is You Exist Too Much by Zainab Arafat. I'm awful with names. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it right. Now, in this book, we are in Brooklyn and we follow a young woman who moves into an apartment with her first serious girlfriend, but she's not satisfied with this relationship and this life, and this is why her closely hidden longings during her teenage years explode and she gets into many reckless romantic encounters with other people, trying to face her past trauma and current demons. This sounds amazing. I'm not a fan of characters who cheat, but I'm really interested in learning and understanding this character because I feel like we will get to see how being repressed and not understood during your childhood and teenage years can affect your behavior when you are an adult, and how we really need to deal with all this past trauma if we have any chances for a happy life, because we can always be happy. But yeah, I'm just here to listen to troubled characters and root for them, so super excited to do that for our unnamed main character here. Now, in my 14 videos to read in 2024 video, I said that I wanted to read more Greek books, and this is because, as you can probably tell from my accent, I am Greek. However, I haven't been doing that, and I think that now it's the time to change it. So the Greek book that I really want to get to in summer is The 17 Κλωστές, which in English it would be 17 Threads by Panos Dimakis. This is fiction, but it is based on a real story, and we follow a shoemaker, I think, who lives in a small Greek island. Although he's a very quiet and good guy, external forces lead him to committing a murder. I'm saying it like that because I think that he is genuinely a good person, but he's like poor and like people really bully him. And I think that the point of this book is to show that how when the world is being cruel to you, you end up being cruel as well. I'm really excited to read this, and this has been adapted into a Greek TV series. I think it's like something like 8 episodes, and I've heard great things. The next book that I have for you today is Earth 2.0, which is an anthology of short stories focusing on environmental issues. Now, I really wanted to read this last year. As you can tell, I didn't, and I feel awful about it because I know two of the authors who are featured in this, and I'm actually good friends with one of them. I'm going to make an excuse for myself and say that I think summer is the perfect season to pick this up. I'm Greek, I live in Greece, and in the summer months we have extreme heat waves pretty often, which it's not normal. Actually, it's the 30th of March now that I'm filming this, and like an hour ago it rained cats and dogs. There was even hail, and now it's sunshine and clear blue skies. We are having crazy weather, which is a sign of climate crisis. And yeah, I think that this is the perfect time to start really feeling worried and think about our planet and what we are doing to it, and consequently to ourselves. Happy thoughts. After having said all that and really bringing myself and probably you as well down, we should move to something lighter. I love romance, so this list couldn't be complete without at least one romance book. I'll definitely read more, but I'll talk about the one that I really want to get to, and this is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. This will be my first Tessa Bailey book. I haven't read anything else from her, but I've heard great things about this one, so I think that it's a good place to start. And this is the first book in a series which I do not know how it's called. In It Happened One Summer, we follow Piper, who is fashionable and influential and has a reputation of a wild child, which means that paparazzi are constantly on her heels. When she goes out of control one night, her stepfather decides to cut her off and send her and her sister to learn some responsibility running their late father's dive bar in Westport, Washington. When they get there, Piper meets Captain Brendan, who believes that she won't last a week outside of Beverly Hills. However, Piper really wants to prove Brendan and her father wrong. So yeah, that's the story. This is a small town, grumpy sunshine type of romance book. I'm really excited to read this book just for the fun and romantic vibes. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. The 6 books that I want to read this summer. Please let me know if you have read any of them and what you've thought of them, but no spoilers. And maybe also share some of your summer TBR books. Thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen so far, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. That's it. I hope that I'll see you in my next video. Bye.